our little toque thing. And then I go in here and I would color it. I would probably make it the same color as, say, this little piece right here. So I'd use my eyedropper tool to go in and sample that color. So there's that. So that's one way to do it. And that's actually the most fastest and precise way. You can do it other ways, but I'm not going to show you yet because I want you guys to figure this out the hard way first. I'm such an evil person. So again, what I'd want to do is this guy here, my toque. Okay, I'm going to bring the transparency up again and bring that back up. So now we've got this guy. So now we kind of want to do the same thing. We got to kind of hide this blue toque in behind the red edge of the toque itself. So I'm again going to select it, get my pen tool, and I'm going to go in and add a point right there. I'm going to get my convert anchor point tool, go in, and I want to just drag it out like so, just like that. And then I'm going to go in and I'm going to get my direct selection tool, and while it's still selected, just going to nudge this up. I just want to get it out of the way. That's about it. And I can go in here, and I'm just going to even use my arrow keys and like nudge this up a bit, just so it's out of the way, so it's hidden. As long as this stuff is hidden, it's alright. And I could maybe go over on this side, and I'm going to nudge this up also. And it takes a long time. Okay, so now we've got the toque done, pretty much. Gonna lock that layer, gonna get rid of it and close it, kind of turn it off for now. So now we're gonna go back to this head. Well, again with the head's pretty much done. We got to do the eyes and the eyebrows and the mouth. That all stuff can be done on the eye layer if you want. It's not a big deal. The eyes, the pupils, etc. I'll leave that up to your call. So we're going to go to the eyes right now. So again, the eyes, I'm going to get my circle tool going on here. And this gets kind of weird. Usually what I do is I'm actually just going to hold the option key, and I'm going to drag out an oval shape, just like so. And I'm gonna leave it that color for right now. And then I'm gonna go to my rotate tool, and I'm gonna rotate it. And I'm gonna move this around a bit, and then I'm gonna kind of just modify it and adjust it. And I'm just gonna work on one eye because all I'm gonna do is just copy that eye and flop it to the other side. So there's my eye. So I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna make this white. Okay, so now it's white, and then I'm going to go to my pupil, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get that transparency going on. I'm actually going to hide the eye, go to my pupil, get a nice circle. I'm going to make this black so I can actually see what's going on. Go in here, and I'm just going to hold the shift and option key down. There's my pupil. So now when I turn on the eye, there we go. So now we got an eye and a pupil selected. I might as well go ahead and draw this eyebrow too, and I'm just going to draw all three and then flop them, mirror image them. So you can draw it on the eye layer, the eyebrow, or the pupil. It's all good with me. So I can go in here, and I'm actually just going to use my stroke tool. I can use the pen tool if I want. It's all the same thing. I can go in here and I'm going to just go clunk, clunk, like so. Actually, we'll do it again. There we go. And I'm going to flop that to the stroke tool, go over to my stroke itself, and just boost this up, just like so. And if I wanted to, I could put a different end cap on it, so I can make them round at the end, or whatever. It would be this guy right here. Okay, so now we have our eyebrow, our pupil, and our eye itself. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to, and this is where it gets weird. Actually, we'll do this. This is the fastest way. If I copy and paste it, what's going to happen is that it's going to copy and paste not to the individual layers, but it's going to copy to just one layer, the top layer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this all selected, and I'm going to go ahead and go to my reflection tool. If I can find it here, it's right over behind the rotation tool. There we go, reflect, O for shortcut, and I'm going to go in here. And then what I'm going to do is I want this to, I'm going to command click on the plane I want it to reflect on. And sometimes it helps to get a ruler up. So I'm going to bring a ruler up here, and I'm going to draw this reflection plane right down the middle. And I'm going to command click right dead center between his eyes. So I'm going to hold down, actually it's the option click, I'm sorry. So I'm going to option click this guy right here, pow, like so. And you're going to say I want to reflect it on the vertical axis, and you see a preview, and just don't go OK, click on copy. Go to copy, done. And you'll see that because he's, you know, it is a cartoon character, you are going to have to go in here and just modify each little bit and piece just to make sure they all kind of line up correctly. So there you go. So now we've got his toque. And by the way, you may have to shuffle this stuff around. The eyebrows may have to go on a new layer because they have to be above everything else. So we're going to call these eyebrows, and Command F, paste that in. Okay, so now that's done. So now what we're going to do, we're going to lock that layer. We've got the toque going on, we got everything going on, we've got the eyes. Now we've got the head. I'm going to turn the head on. We need a mouth. We've got to do a little mouth down here. Well, that's easy. And actually we can do the mouth on the actual head itself. So if I was to go in here and blah blah, we're going to take the opacity down a bit. I'm going to turn this head on, and I'm going to get my opacity, my transparency, just bring it down so I can see what's going on. Now I'm going to take my pen tool, click and drag out, just like so. Right now it's filling with, you can see it's just filling with white, with black. You can change the expression on this guy's face. I'm just going to do that for right now, just to show you, but I mean, you could take a circle and, like, you know, do that. Ah, my God, you know, you killed Kenny. That's my sad attempt at humor. Okay, so then we got that set up. So then there's the head, the mouth, the eyes. I'm going to go back here and just bring my transparency and my opacity back to normal. It's 100%. So this is what we got going on so far. Okay, so now what we're going to do, and this is where it gets a little bit more technical, and I'm going to lock all the layers I don't have to deal with at the moment. We're going to tackle this little guy right here, the collar. And the collar, I would honestly just use the pen tool and trace it. So again, I would just go in here, and we can probably actually do it on the jacket layer. And we're going to go in here, and we're going to just start behind the head. So you don't have to match this stuff because the head is you know, is masking off all the junk. So you can be a little sloppy in through here underneath the head. You just have to be nice and clean around here. So I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to just click and drag it out. And I'm going to actually make this a color I can see. Let's make it red. Why not? I'm going to go in here. Actually, I'm going to change the color of this layer just so we can see what's going on. Let's see. Well, let's make it green. There we go. So you can actually see what's going on here. And because this is rather pixelated, it's going to be pretty rough. I'm going to go in here and shorten this actual control point, and I'm going to go in and make sure that's selected, and I'm just going to kind of drag that in, and all I'm going to do is just connect one piece. Why? Because I'm just going to mirror this over. So I'm going to select this guy, and again, I've got my reflection line going on here. It's not bad, so I'm going to go down to my reflect. I'm going to option click roughly where I want it to be reflected. I'm going to go back here, and we're going to use the vertical reflection again, and don't click OK, click copy, because then it's going to copy it directly over. And then what you want to do is go in here and just kind of nudge it around and make sure it lines up fine. There's no sense in redrawing 2 or 3 things when you only have to draw one. Same thing goes with the hands. The jacket itself has to be drawn out, but what we're going to do with the rest of the jacket is just draw the outline. Watch. So we're going to start here. I'm going to start up behind the head, click, and I'm going to draw down over here, just drag it out, and then I'm just going to kind of chunk it in, maybe drag right out to over there. I'm like, oops, we got to get rid of, oh man. It's really hard to see things sometimes. Well, we'll get rid of that later. So I'm going to go in here, click on that, click there, and then pretty much run, click in the middle, because that's where I'm going to have a nice control point. And we're going to click right over here, and actually notice how it's different from one side to the other. It's not symmetrical. And I'm going to kind of click over here.